Hey guys, I'm here to give you guys a fair warning, not to alarm nobody, but the evil has awoken. It rises down below. Its fire burning brighter than before. And if we don't do anything about it, we will be consumed. So let's fucking get him! Oh, that is. Ah. Oh my god! Fire! Mi bombo! Bam, he's coming down. That was sick. I just let her.
Mistake. Bob, did you see that? That's some shit you would do and you pop off.
So, GOG Masters is out on Monster Hunter Wilds, and I gotta talk about it because that's what I do. I talk about the shit that I do like. I also talk about the shit that I don't like sometimes, but people seem to get mad when I do that. But I gotta keep doing it anyway because I like the money. And I do have to say, right out the bat, this update, phenomenal. The fight is great. This is probably the most invested I've ever been in the Monster Hunter story so far. And if this is an indicator to how Master Rank is gonna be, then I'm incredibly excited for it. Please bring it as soon as possible. When it comes to the story of Monster Hunter, the concept of Wyveria being this ultra-advanced civilization with weapons beyond human imagining, it has a lot of potential to be some of the coolest settings we ever seen. And it even got me theorizing about future possibilities for this story specifically, which is something I generally don't do for these kinds of games. A railgun. Are we putting milk in the guns now?
What interests me is whether or not we can still use that weapon.
Werner, that we have a bigger problem attached to the weapon.
Look at the size of it. Clearly it's built to take on monsters.
What if Werner ends up becoming the actual villain? What if Master Rank is about Werner actually creating the equal dragon weapon? Like, what if the lesson to be learned in Monster Hunter Wilds is that the monsters were actually humans all along? Werner does a little trolling, just a little trolling. He creates his own monster to fight them. That would be poetic, man. Like, listen, I might be cooking it. Here's what's gonna happen, right? Werner is going on this quest line to, like, we got confirmation on this quest that the civilization that was before GOG Masters was like super duper high tech with railguns, lasers, bullshit, that kind of shit. They were able to create their own Elder Dragons, so kid Werner with his like enlightened mind or whatever, he's gonna go on like, I could do better. You know, I can make it so that we can make a monster that we created because those guys, they tried making Zoshi and that. I'm gonna make a better one. I'm gonna make a better monster. It's gonna be like the best monster ever made. And then he creates the fucking equal dragon weapon. And it's the final boss of Master Rank, right? The whole point of Master Rank is Werner learning how to make the weapon and then he creates it. It goes wrong. And then, like, we're gonna have to fight it as the final boss of, like, Master Rank. It's gonna be sick. And I also think Capcom should hire me for creative purposes because, yeah, I need a job. So now we need to talk about the fight itself, which is the big selling point of the title update. People have been waiting for GOG Masters for ages now, since Monster Hunter 4U, which is, you know, a long time ago, what, 10 years? So despite all the flair and cinematic visuals that this fight possess, the gimmick about it is quite simple. GOG Masters has 3 different phases: solid, liquid, and gaseous. When he's in solid, you need to hit them with fire weapons so that his hide gets soft. After which he will go into liquid state, where you should be focusing on doing the most damage you can. Ideally, for that you're supposed to bring in a dragon elemental weapon, because of a surprise that we're gonna be revealing in the 3rd phase. Oh, and speaking of damage, after you do enough damage to this creature's back, he's gonna drop a funny little tool that we can use to, you know, destroy him. Okay, we have to hit the weapon now. There it is. Yeah, baby. I need cables. Happy gotta connect 3 things. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Fire! love this game. I love this game. I love this game. So after hitting him with the gun, he moves on to the upper levels of the arena, where he will be able to go into the previous two forms that we fought before, while also going into the gaseous form, where he will spend most of the time in the air. Most of the melee weapons can't do much about him being in the air, so thankfully he drops a few weapons that we can use to shoot him down. And trust me, you're gonna need these weapons, because this entire third phase is a big damage check. If you didn't bring any dragon weapons, you might consider doing that now. There will be times in this phase where Gogmazos is going to do an incredibly big attack. And if you don't do enough dragon elemental damage to him, there's nothing you can do, you just die. If you do enough damage, Fabius is going to be able to block that attack, and then you should run behind him. Mi bombo! Bombo Cloud! No. I love this game. I love this game. I love... It's mine. It's mine! We're going in! Ah, that's... I'll do it again. Again! I'll do it again! That was very underwhelming again, whatever. Good. That's very underwhelming. Good. I got excited for nothing. This is peak door. This right here. Oh, this is peak. Oh my god. I think Chad died, it's fine, we'll revive it later. I have no time. Let's think about chat right now. Ah, damn it. Come on. I need to get the fuck out. A more pressing matter is at hand. Oh my god. It's playing proof of a hero, man. I ain't stopping. Finally. God, this is awesome. This is awesome. Dual blade, yeah, dual blades has a lot of iframes. This shit's clutch as shit. And after all that, I think this is a worthy send-off to Monster Hunter Wilds' high rank. It's been confirmed that this is the last big content update we're getting for the game, at least before Mastering comes out. If it is coming out, I don't know. We don't have any news on that, but maybe at this point they're probably gonna make it. Yeah, I think this is pretty good update, not gonna lie. About the Gogma Artian weapons, I generally would be a bit upset about it, because let's be real here, the Gogma Artian weapons are the strongest weapon in the game, bar none. The fact that they give you passives from other monsters and you know, just overall an improvement over regular Artian weapons makes this uncontested. There's no other weapon to use, there's no reason to use other weapons, and normally I would be pretty bad, like, I would be pretty aggravated about it. But this is the end, so there's not gonna be nothing in high rank after that. So it doesn't really matter. Like, I understand the whole point of, like, it's the strongest weapon in the game, but if you're here at this point doing that, then really, that's just par for the course. It's just like Fatalis weapons all over again. Not really Fatalis weapons because that's like the end of Master Rank, but kind of like that. You know, Cuvée tear-off weapons in World. That makes sense. I think they're alright. I don't mind the Gogma Artian weapons. In fact, I quite like them. They are really, really cool looking. I love the mechanics. I love the fact that now we have switch axes that do sleep and paralysis, which is quite rare. So yeah, I'm quite happy. However, we do have to talk about something that makes me not as happy. DLC. Oh wow, guys, I got DLC. Hold on, let's look at the war crime real quick. Where's the war crime? I know it's gotta be here. 13 bucks. I mean, 13 Brazilian reais for fucking layered weapons, man. It's for each one. For each weapon, you have to... Oh my god. That is so ass. I legitimately thought of buying this. That's like... when I saw it, but like for each weapon, like, no, fuck off. Not even a bundle. Not even a bundle. It's just like you buy each one separately. That's crazy. So I don't know if you guys got this by now, but I'm not a big fan of microtransactions. I don't think nobody is. I understand that sometimes it is necessary to do microtransactions to fund a game. However, I do feel like putting out a pack of layered weapons and then not having a pack, but instead having to pay for each and every one of the layered weapons is a bit of a bad choice, I'm not gonna lie. Capcom has been having some trouble with terrible DLC practices in the past. I don't think I can stand behind this. Like, as much as the new weapons look good, very good. I even thought of grabbing them when the trailer came out, which I generally don't do. I don't like these cosmetic DLCs for Monster Hunter. But those weapons look really good, and I thought of grabbing them. But then I saw that each and every one of them has a price, and I'm like, I don't think I'm doing that. Not because, like, the weapons are bad. Like, the artists have done a great job. The problem is that, you know, there's no sense in doing that. It's really hard to explain. Like, I understand this is a me thing. Like, I'm not here to judge people that end up buying these cosmetics. Like, your money is your money. You do whatever the fuck you want with it. I'm not gonna support these practices if I don't like. And I legitimately don't think this is the way to go. Like, if I don't agree with something and I want it to stop, I'm just not going to support it. Like, that's just me. But, like I said, this sets a precedent for all the things in the future, which I don't think they exactly have a place in Monster Hunter. I feel like if they wanted to release these weapons, these layered armors and stuff, they should do like an event quest so that people could have them. I understand that DLCs are a thing to support the games, but like, Monster Hunter is not a cheap game. It is a AAA priced game, and you know, it's been having its few share of problems, and we get rewarded by having to buy each and every DLC layered weapon separately is not that great. I'm not gonna... That leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and I hope Capcom stops doing that. It's probably not gonna happen, but yeah, that's my 2 cents on the matter. I despise these kinds of DLCs, and I will not support it. If you guys want to do that, don't let me stop you. Again, I am only responsible for my actions and not the actions of others, so that's probably going to be it for this video. Like I said, this has been a phenomenal update through and through, and it's, you know, spells good for Monster Hunter's future. I have insanely high hopes for mastering. I'm sorry to end the video on like kind of a somber note with the DLC thing. It's just like, it's something bad and I have to talk about it. But overall, the title update is a wonderful, wonderful experience. And it is just phenomenal. I have to say, this was a solid 9.5 out of 10. The 0.5, I take it from the DLC because that's kind of trash. But anyways, if you guys like the video, please consider liking and subscribing. Really helps the channel a lot. And I really appreciate each and every one of you just for watching up until this point. Thank you all so much. Stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day, night, whatever you guys are having. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Ciao.